ever witnessed.
Wait, 4 is the Drago one?
Yes,
3 is Mr.
that was
T.
the one.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 is Mr. T. My favorite
one
was
with the robot.
That's 5. Happy
No, it's
birthday.
5.
I'm a big Rocky fan.
Wait,
I think
isn't
that's
that
like
2?
Rocky
Wait.
4 is like the most American movie when Apollo Creed comes out and James Brown. It's like, I live in America. That's the best. That's and I don't have like pride for it. You feel like jumping around. All right, well, we're going to move on.
That is so American, Michelle.
I thought the robot's in 4, Krell. I thought it was in 5
Yeah,
with his son.
in the beginning with
That's when
Paulie and
Paulie
the
takes all his
party
money.
and the birds.
So now he's super rich, right?
Well,
and he has a robot in
and
his
they
house.
take place in Philadelphia. I always wanted to go see the Rocky statue at the top of the stairs, but I heard they moved it. I think it's like at Krell. Aren't you? You're in Philly. Isn't it in
put
like
it in
a
a
basement
basement.
now? Yeah.
You gotta just take an elevator down now.
Yeah,
Everyone
why
wants
is
to
the Rocky
run
at the top of the stairs?
because
Oh,
people
wow.
are probably like having like it's probably like a liability issue. All these people
Why? Like
out
pulling
of
it
shape
down?
running up a
It's
hill.
at the bottom of the
Wait, you
stairs.
can't run those
Krell
stairs
says
anymore?
no.
What?
I did that though when I went to a field trip there as a kid. Like we all went up those
Oh,
stairs, but I guess that
no.
was like 30
I
years
want to do
ago,
the
so-
Rocky March. But anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's move
I
on.
could do it too. I ran up a lot of stairs before. Did I tell you
That's
guys
right.
I ran up the CN Tower a couple
no.
times?
Oh boy, yeah, we had the stair
That was
episode.
about
Remember the feet
144
thing?
floors.
That's crazy, Matt. You are the most fit. Well, actually, John, you walk like 12 miles a day too. I'm the lazy fuck
Yeah,
here at VG.
I am
John's
the
getting
most healthy
Yeah.
fat guy in the world.
Yeah. Well,
Nothing's doing anything for this tummy that I've developed over the past couple months.
that's all right. Well, all right. Let's move on and talk about some games. It is a gaming show, in case we all forgot. So I had like a roller coaster of a gaming week. I went through a bunch of
Oh, my
emotions, which is
God.
very American, because we're so many different types of people in one. So I played some Final Fantasy 14 online. The new expansion came out, Dawn Trail, officially came out today. The early access period was like 4 days ago, and that's when I played, and I was all excited to get back in, and this is all about forging off to new lands, all right? You're on a boat, you're finding a new island. This is very
I'm in.
American,
Let's
even
go.
though it's a Japanese
Yeah.
game. You feel like the trailer
Right.
has like a pirate guy on a ship, and you feel like you're going to find a new world, and it's exciting, right?
A longing,
Yeah.
longing in
Look,
your heart to travel and
That's
and-
right. So here's the thing. I finished the last expansion, okay?
Yeah.
I finished the storyline. I thought I was safe, but I forgot that in the past I kept up with the expansions. I subbed for a while. I did the extra content. I have walked away from Final Fantasy 14 since the last expansion, since I beat it, right? Now, over that time, the last 2 years or whatever, they added patches with more content, the post-main storyline quests, and they do that all the time. But this is the first time I'm walking into it where I hadn't had it done. And you need to have it done to be able to start in Dawn Trail. So I get in the game, all excited to start Dawn Trail, thinking in my head, I beat the last expansion, I'm good to go. And I forgot that I hadn't been subbing and doing the extra content which was required. So I felt like I was in on sunken
Wait.
cost fallacy already. I had done 2 months subscription already. I bought the expansion. They had me bent over a fucking barrel.
Wait,
so I dropped
help me
another
understand here.
$25 for the goddamn story boost so I could complete the story because I didn't want to do those 50 quests. I got 19 through, wanted to put a fucking bullet in my head, which is also very American, by the way. And I said, screw it, I'm giving you $25 the American way because I can't take this shit anymore. It was so
Wait,
sorry.
Michelle, I'm trying. Help me
hate the fast
understand here.
track?
But, I want to
Yeah.
back up a little
Yes.
bit. Okay, so you finished the previous one.
Yes, but just because the expansion is over and you on release you beat the content, if you don't sub every month, they drip out patches, right?
Oh, like daily shit.
Yes. Well, whatever it is. There's patches, there's
Oh.
more content. So if they're going to get you somehow, if you didn't pay for at some point $15 a month and catch up, right? They're going to get you with that $25 story skip, or you got to grind through the 50 quests, which for me was too fucking painful. I paid to go early access 4 days early, right? And I couldn't just jump into the Dawn Trail content because I hadn't done those 50 quests, and they're slow go. It's like 50, but it ends up being like 300. How many times can I watch somebody turn around and walk around backwards? Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
it's just
That sucks.
this I don't like. I know it's what they do every time. I know it's my fault for not being caught up to the end, but the fact that they just allow you to pay
No.
$25 to catch up shows that this is not about
That's
making
sneaky.
sure you're caught up. It's because they want to get that $25 in. I heard everybody going through this like in chat. I
So
saw
it
people go,
wasn't clear going in that
Well,
you
no,
were
it's
missing
clear.
a
They do this every
requirement.
time. They do this
Okay.
every time.
Yeah.
But in the past, I had kept up. This time, after I beat the expansion, I hadn't logged back in since last expansion, right? So I didn't do those 50, that post-main storyline quest line that they had added. I didn't do, and I forgot. So I got on excited to play Dawn Trail, thinking in my head, and I'm like, oh, I have to do 50 quests from old content first. And by the way, I didn't have the eye level to do it. So when I'm stuck trying to do a dungeon, I don't have the eye level, and I'm buying things on the market, and I'm like, do I have to go buy gold
What's
now?
the eye level?
You're stuck. Well,
Gear.
it's like the level of your gear. You're stuck in this
I
loop.
thought she meant like she's too short
Yeah.
for her monitor or something.
No, not that sort of eyes.
I couldn't
But
see
anyway.
over the fence.
And then on top of that,
My
these
chair
motherfuckers-
was too sharp.
on top of that, I asked for a refund because I was kind of pissed off. All right, my temper was going for a bit because I was like, "Fuck these people! I'm not going to pay this $25 to boost this."
These people?
Yeah, these people. Who
Whoa,
the fuck do they
whoa,
think
whoa,
they are?
whoa,
All right,
whoa,
listen.
Michelle.
But so I asked for a refund because the
came
game
here
had it
just
was a
as much- they
pre-order.
have much
Look,
right to do.
Blizzard
Yeah.
gives pre-orders if you before like a Warcraft expansion comes out. If you pre-order and if the game's not out yet, they give you your pre-order money back. They said we don't do pre-order refunds. Sorry. I'm like, but the game's not out and I haven't played it yet. Dawn Trail's out Tuesday officially and I haven't got to play it. No, sorry. So then I'm stuck. I'm $100 in the hole at this point. Keep in mind, all right? Because I paid for the
But
expansion. I
doesn't
paid for 2
Warcraft
months.
do a good job with character bumps on expansions right out of the gate?
It's not even
Is that-
about bumping. I don't want freebies.
I know,
Look,
but if you buy the new Warcraft expansion, you can play it regardless of where you are in the world, right?
well,
I always
no,
can.
not if you get the base one. You can buy one with a character bump built in. The $60
Oh, I guess I
version, not
always
the
do
40.
that.
So here's the thing: what Final Fantasy does, which pisses me
Yeah.
off. So they have a story skip for $25, and then they have a character skip to get you like gear to start for another $25. So if I didn't have money banked, I would have had
Yeah.
to do that too, because I had to go to the auction house and buy gear just so I could do the new quests. I got a couple of quests in, and it said your eye level's not high enough. So luckily, I had the money and went to the auction house and got some stuff. But
right.
I was about to
All right,
give
so
them
after
another
you
25.
spent your-
so after
your
I did all that,
millions
I
on
start
this,
looking.
is it
I've
good?
thrown $200 in the fucking hole. All right, with this game.
Hold
which, by
on,
the
John.
way,
This is a
I
you
was-
story. You better not be complaining. This is how you lead into your stories. She's
After
describing the
I'm not
anger she
complaining.
felt.
No, it's a good setup. I
It
like
was
the
a lot
setup.
of anger, okay? So after I paid the money and I was through all this, I realized that I started noticing I went to Steam and it has mixed reviews. People are calling it Yawn Trail. I'm like, great.
Oh, no.
So the fucking expansion sucks.
Not the
Even
Yawn
hardcore
Trail.
Final Fantasy fans are calling this shit Yawn Trail because the whole game centers around a furry. This character that like nobody cared about, that apparently this time around, you're like the side character in that main character story. So last time you were the hero, right? I'm killing gods. I'm doing all sorts of shit in the other expansions. I feel good. This time, you know what they have me doing? I'm making like a straw pigeon float, okay? I'm helping some furry do this shit I don't care about. I'm not a main character anymore. I'm helping this furry that nobody seems to
straw
like.
pigeon
It's a
float?
straw pigeon. I had a quest where I had to inspect a straw
He
pigeon
sinks
float.
normally.
Okay, I'm on a boat with a furry with nausea. I'm talking to rabbits and lizards, and I'm starting to question my life. Okay.
Wait, furries can be made out of straw? I thought they were like...
No.
No,
The
you're
whole
mixing
game
up.
centers
There's
around a
furries
furry.
and
It's a
straw
cat woman.
pigeons.
The whole game is
Yeah.
a cat woman about this cat
All right.
woman. Okay.
Oh
It's-
wait, they're in that Final Fantasy universe. Then there's
Yes.
cat people in there.
No, not
Yeah,
the cute
they're
little
kinda hot
cat girls. This was a weird tiger lion looking woman. Okay, she's got 6-pack abs. Her name, I don't know. Okay, I've just been helping her, following her around, watching her with no voice acting, like waving her hands around. Then you have to watch them turn around and walk backwards at every cutscene. I'm sorry, this expansion is not good. Maybe it'll get good because I heard some people say it's shit until you're like 97 because like it goes from 90 to 100. All I've been doing is listening to a story, walking 2 feet. Listening to a story, walking 2 feet. I have killed 1 monster in 2 days. I'm not even kidding. And that was in a dungeon. So, look, I like Final Fantasy XIV Online. I have loved the stories in the other one. Okay?
Yeah.
I've really been
Killed
into them.
one monster in 2 days. That sounds like some letter you'd get from the frontier from a guy, like traveling.
Dearest husband, I have killed
Yeah.
one monster and you.
But look, there's some good stuff here. All right, there's a new graphics engine upgrade because the game is old at this point, 10 years old. There's 2 new classes, Viper and Pictomancer. And the cool thing about Final Fantasy XIV is you can beat every class. You don't have to roll a new character to try every class. So that's what's really sweet about it. And like I said, I have loved my time with the other expansions. I really loved the stories here. But there's something about this time around. The writing seems really, really bad. The main character and the quest that they have you doing, I understand why even hardcore Final Fantasy fans are calling this shit Yawn Trail. So I had a really bitter experience with this game. okay, and a lot of trauma. Okay, I'm gonna drop that word, and I never drop it. This shit's worse than anything that's ever happened to me in my whole life.
I was gonna say, you sound triggered, Michelle.
I was. It's it. That's it.
Do you feel safe right now talking about this?
No, this game makes me feel unsafe. I'm stuck on a boat with a furry with nausea. I'm talking to a lizard. I'm looking at a straw pigeon float, and I don't know what's going on. I was fucking badass in the last expansion, all right? There were fucking guys with hoods. There was badass dudes in my hotel room.
And now you're just following some mute furry around.
A mute furry. I don't know what's going on. And, you know, the game is a little too feel-good for me right now. Oh, we're on a summer vacation. This is exciting. No, I want the dark shit. I want the mysterious guy with a fucking hood on, okay? I want some creepy fucking people with dark stuff going on. I want villains. I want bad guys. I'm talking to animals, and I can't take it. I might keep playing a little bit more, though. So,
okay.
We'll see.
There you go.
Wait a second. That review took a really weird turn at the end.
No, I don't want people to be like, oh, well, I mean, look. Like I said, I've liked the other expansions. I think this one's a little bit weak. I'm going to play a little bit more and see where it goes. I think it's a slow burn, but I'm just not loving, quote, the vibe of this one, John, as you would say. It's not really my kind of...
Well, this is kind of like a buy once, cry once scenario, right? You're going to be all set after this.
Oh, I like that. Buy once, cry once.
Yeah.
But yeah, so check it out. I feel like a lot of people are saying, like, wait for a few more patches because they think that it's going to get better. But I'm like, you still have to play through this boring story where I've just been walking around talking to, you know, I don't know what they are, lion people. I don't know. I went through a big roller coaster with this game, but I still like it. I'm still enjoying myself. The music, when you get back in and the music starts and you start seeing the people you've seen, like in the game, the NPCs, it does feel like getting back together with your friends. Like it has that feeling, you know, Matt, I'm sure even in every Final Fantasy game, it's like, oh, the crew's back together. We're going to do this, you know? But then I just kind of went flat for me, but we'll see. But then, you know what? When I needed a break from this game, because I was feeling a little low, okay? I was triggered, whatever you want to say. I was looking at the Steam Summer Sale. And I saw a game that was half off that I had my eye on, but I never really played it. But people had said it's Forager 2.0. Now, I loved Forager. I know you did too, John. This game is called Nova Lands. It's on the Steam Summer Sale. It's half off right now, $10 or something like that. It is a lot like Forager. To me, it is a lot like an 8-bit Pal World or Astroneer. It is sort of a survival craft. And I want to ask you, John, because you hate crafting tables, but you loved Forager, and I think you would love this game too. Because
I bought this game, but I have not played it yet.
Okay.
So it's in my library.
This game is insane. I think it was made by only 2 people, or at least a small team. I don't know if the photograph I saw was all of the team, but I'm really impressed because you could play this game forever. So you get dropped down in a planet, you have this little wand, and you start sucking up tree branches, you're sucking up rocks. And then it's like, okay, I can do this, I can build that. The progression they nailed. I mean, there's a museum with full-on Animal Crossing type stuff. You walk in there and you have to get 5 of each that you drop in, and then there's secrets that you get like as a reward. So anybody who's played Animal Crossing in the museum, this game has that. There's like all these different islands you open up, a lot like Forager, where you unlock them by needing like a certain amount of items. And once you have those, then you can unlock the new island. And the new island will have a whole new biome and a whole new secrets.
It's intense.
It's
intense. Like Stardew Valley on crack.
It's Stardew Valley on crack. It's exactly, because it gets very automated, Matt, which is something I kind of like. So instead of your pals in Pal World, you have these bots and these drones that you set up to, okay, pick up something from here, bring it there. Okay, so you don't have to keep managing like these machines or anything like that. You can set them up to collect oxygen for you because you need to breathe on the planet, and put it in the oxygen machine for you, and then you don't have to worry about that. So that takes off a big relief. And you can do all these things sort of automated, but you're still very active. You're meeting crazy NPCs. There's like 100 skins to unlock. There's like a whole island filled with people that you talk to get upgrades. There's a talent tree. I just got to a space station, which is absolutely insane, with infinite upgrades, like upgrading your house, upgrading your spacesuit with a whole spacewalking mini game. Like every time I think this game has like shown me everything it has, it gives me more something. Like it nails that drip out progression, which is like crack. And a lot of games like need to look at indie games. They need to learn from that. AAA games need to learn how to do progression right. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
No, sorry. Do you find it's easy to learn? Like, these kind of games really put me off. Okay, so they teach you it along the way.
Well, it just keeps building, right?
But
just
I
like
got
little
to a
by
point
little.
where I'm getting a little overwhelmed right now, but I'm kind of like deep into the game. Near the end game, it does get a little complex with all of the like different machines or whatever. But I think I played this game for like 20 hours, like 10 hours a day or something. Like I was addicted.
I mean, is this? I'm trying to think of other games like this.
I got up. It's Forager. It's Forager 2.0.
Well, like Factorio or those other kind of games. Like,
yeah. And by the way, Forager is completely free right now with Amazon Prime. They give you a code for gold games. So if you've never played played Forager, I think it even might be on Game Pass. Go claim it and link your Twitch and sub to us on twitch.tv/John Michelle. What?
I was going to just ask you, do you think this game would be good on Steam Deck? It does say
people
it has
like it on
controller
Steam
support.
Deck. Yes, people like it on Steam Deck.
I just see that bar in the bottom. That usually turns me off to controller.
The only bad thing I'll say about it is the characters are really weird looking. It looks like Sweet Baby designed the characters. There's a bald woman with like big ears and a potato face. Just don't look at the characters. But other than that, like I am all about this game. Like if you want a cheap Steam game that you can play like for 500 hours, because you could. Like if you're a collector and you want to do everything, it's so satisfying though to just start on that planet with nothing and slowly build this massive area, unlock all these zones with all these secrets. There's boss battles, and what I liked about it is they said, hey, if you want to fight this boss, you can do that. It's going to be a hard battle. You're going to have to level up all your stuff, but if you're not into combat and you don't want to do that, do the secret puzzle instead and figure it out, and if you can do that, then you can skip the boss battle. So you can kind of know combat it. You can have a fighter bot instead, so you can really tailor it to your play style. But like I said, this game, it's one of those things that it hit me like, I don't have anything good to play. Final Fantasy is pissing me off.
But that's
I'm just
okay,
gonna
though.
try this. And then it's like, holy shit, I love this game. I want to play this game all day and all night. I don't want to leave. Remember, John, like you thought you were going to get a blood clot while you were playing Forager because you didn't move?
I mean, that game took me by surprise because I did not think that, like, all of a sudden it was like 4 hours later. That doesn't happen a lot, honestly, with games.
Well, it happens to me.
But, like, random just things I just try and all of a sudden it just, just literally grabs hold of you and you just like
you don't want to leave. It's like the first time you played World of Warcraft, you didn't want to get out of the forest because you're like one more wolf, one more boar. That's what this game will do. So look, I loved Forager. I never thought I'd have that experience again. It was like a one-time in my life thing. I'm like, never will I find another Forager. Well, here it is. Novaland Steam sale. I recommend it. I don't know if it's out on console, but I hope they do put it there. But like I said, they need, like AAA games need to learn from indie games how to drip out progression and keep you hooked. Because, you know, I think Hogwarts actually did it. If you guys agree with that, I don't know. I really liked the progression in Hogwarts. You kind of felt like you were constantly getting something new. Oh, wow, I thought I was done.
Every class was a new dynamic or new mini game to do.
Right. Like, wow, I can't believe this. I have this, like, whole area with animals I can breed. And by the way, that's in this game, too. You can have a farm and you can breed animals. And so, yeah, I'm really into games that have progression and you can always keep finding something new. So I really, really do like this game. It has addictive crack factors. And it's very American. You're going to space. You're going to the space station. Yeah, I was kind of looking. It could be Russian. I mean, weren't we the first to the moon, John? I mean,
what's that?
Weren't we the first to the moon?
I
mean, the Russians were? What? I thought
the
we
Chinese?
were. Sorry, you're not American, Matt. Sorry. I thought you dirty Canadian.
No,
I thought we
were. You guys were. Well, you filmed the moon landing first, but I think
Stanley Kubrick did. He filmed that. Yeah.
Stanley. Of course. I don't know. To me, space exploration
that was all
feels
filmed in
very
California.
America. Okay, it feels very like venturing.
They don't
off.
jump like that on the moon. I just gotta say, it's kind of flap in the air too.
Come on.
It all died with Stanley. Well, we're never gonna know.
Oh no, you guys are crazy. So yeah, I really recommend this game a lot. Other than that, I really didn't do any like typical America dude bro games. I started looking at some funny ones people were linking me about different presidents, like Reagan versus Gorbachev and things like that. But I just kind of wanted to keep it fun. I'm just drinking water with grape Neo. John, what'd you do?
Holy fuck! Did I do American shit over here?
Wow, good.
I'm not kidding. I mean, there is nothing more American than Call of Duty.
Did you debate your neighbor?
Oh, sorry. I think I'm checking out.
Yeah. What?
Americans only fight on the internet.
Is this Canada Day? What did you do this week?
All right. So, Call of Duty did something kind of wacky this past week here that I was skeptical of going in.
Of course.
Turned out pretty fucking fun. They did this thing called Bit Party, and I encourage you to just at least look at the trailer for this thing. They basically voxelized the heads and the maps, or one map in Call of Duty, and amped it up with exaggerated jumping and speed and all that. And like, Matt, you should like just look at the screenshots for this. Like, the characters' heads are like giant Minecraft things, and when you And the better you do on the map, the bigger your head gets, and you get more points for the objective-based games.
So you become like an easier target, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
That's a cool concept. I like that.
But here's the thing, and then they took one of the maps called I forgot the original name, something Vela, and they renamed it Bit Vela, and the entire map is like this just Minecraft-looking map. But everything.
Did a good job at this.
No,
this reminds me of that video game.
It's completely great. Yeah.
It's cool.
Which
that
game?
video game that was like Voxel, Legend of Zelda?
Dragon.
But it was like voxelized, like top-down Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, wasn't it
voxel.
Dragon Age or something? Was it a Dragon Age
Someone
game?
in chat, please let us. No, it wasn't a Dragon Age game. It was like
I gamed that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I tuned out. 3D Doc
This
Heroes,
looks good though. I like the. Does your head explode in little cubes?
Dragon Quest Builders? Was it that?
No.
No.
Dragon Quest Builders had that.
3D Dot Heroes.
Oh, that game. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like
does
that.
Your head explode?
No, it doesn't. If your head gets bigger and bigger as you get kills, and then if you get killed, your head goes back to normal size. But the thing is, that head mechanic thing doesn't seem to really affect the gameplay too much. Like, you're not a bigger target. I never feel like, oh, there's a giant head, let me shoot him. What's cool about it is the fast pace. Everything is ramped up. Like, the jumping is like Quake, crazy high. You can get to ledges and stuff you normally couldn't get on the map. The entire map is just all 8-bitified. And it's just fast, frantic, and fucking fun. And Matt McCarthy and I have been playing, and we were just texting like 5 minutes ago. We're going to play tonight again, too. Like, it's just so much fucking fun. And Michelle, listen to this. I didn't know that they did this a few weeks ago.
Okay.
They have a game mode in Call of Duty that is not currently in a playlist, but will be tomorrow, called Get High. It's fucking... It's that Only Up... It's Only Up and Fall Guys and all that shit. It's an obstacle course. Yeah. It's literally an obstacle course trying to be the person that gets to the highest in the map.
Sounds like Call of Duty's desperate to try to stay relevant, John.
I know.
Well,
you know what?
That's like Fortnite stuff.
I know. Well, listen, I was talking to Matt last night because Matt and I took a few months away off Call of Duty, like maybe longer, maybe 6, maybe 8. Okay, and so we went back the last couple of weeks and we've been having fun. And so last night we're playing the bit party thing, and it's just ridiculous, but we're having fucking fun. And I said to Matt, I'm like, you know what? What happened here? I think the Call of Duty management or something said, listen, guys, Fortnite's still eating our fucking lunch. Just go do it. Just go do it. Just whatever you need to do, just go do it.
Real men are dead. Just chase this shit.
Just go do it.
Let's get the 12-year-olds.
Just go do it.
But that was for a while, that was a huge streamer game. Like, whatever that game was where you climbed a gigantic obstacle course.
Yeah,
in the
it
sky.
was.
That was big for a while.
Well, there's a few of
them.
I think there's one called Only Up. That's Only Up 2. That's the one I played.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Michelle played a new one where you're tethered to your teammate.
I talked about it last week. I think everybody should try that with friends or family.
Right. So yeah, that is a game mode right now in Call of Duty starting tomorrow. I guess it was a few weeks ago, but we overlooked it or didn't see it in the playlist. Mm-hmm. I cannot wait to fucking try that. But and then I saw a news story too that Call of Duty was #1 most played game on PS5 and Xbox like last month, which I think is pretty impressive for a game that's about to be replaced in a few months. I don't know.
It was the most played.
The free version. That's
no Call of Duty. I saw it recently this week.
Warzone, isn't that the free version?
Well, I don't think it was Warzone though.
Mass Appeal says John is eating his Fortnite shit right up.
Okay.
John will eat any Call of Duty thing up. It doesn't matter. It could be they do. If Call of Duty has a crafting table, John will eat it up.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I am. You're right. I am.
Way to enjoy shit.
Way to eat it up, simpleton.
Yeah.
We're playing Valorant over here. We're esports guys.
COD sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it does not. It's fun as shit. Still, it does
terrible.
not.
Run, die. Oh, camp inside a house. Run, die.
That's not every mode, though. That's a mode. That's
nothing.
That is a mode.
Your
not
life
every
means
mode.
nothing if you can
That's
keep
a
respawning.
mode.
It's bullshit. The only good shooter we have right now is Siege, and maybe Grayzone I haven't played yet.
I got news for you. When Rainbow Six was huge, it was die, respawn.
No, it wasn't. I'm not talking about a game from 40 years ago. Can we just continue on? What did you play other than COD? How about this? Let's just pose that question.
And then, so Call of Duty did a really good job
my God.
with this bit party mode. So you had Bitvella, and then they took some of the other
don't
maps.
Don't take it to heart, LMAO.
All right, so I want to talk about this. Okay, I want this to be the last time that we ever talk about Beyond Good and Evil. I just want to. I think it's time.
That's all you, John, because I'm never talking about that shit.
I feel like this game keeps coming up and coming up. What's that? What?
Well, the sequel's still coming out someday. I mean,
Is it?
I guess it's like a new Duke Nukem.
Okay, so I've been talking about Beyond Good and Evil because I have fond memories of playing the GameCube version 20-something years ago, right? Oof. And I really liked it. It was a great kind of adventure, kind of Zelda-y, open world-y kind of game that when Ubisoft was good. And I have fond memories of it, And then, of course, we've had all these stories about the sequel that, apparently is vaporware at this point. And then I did buy, like, the 360 HD version of this game that's still playable today in my Series X. And I saw that they did a 20th anniversary. Ubisoft released a 20th anniversary of the game, and it's $20. And I'm like, all right, you know what?
So wait a minute, is this Beyond Good and Evil 2?
No.
Okay, so this is Beyond Good and Evil 20th anniversary.
There is no 2. It never came out.
Okay, so this is just a redone 100%
remastered
remake.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
remake or remaster,
quote unquote remaster.
Okay.
So this is the 20th anniversary edition.
Okay.
And here's what's new about it. Okay.
Nothing.
Well, they added some kind of a time trial mode or something, which I didn't try.
Yeah.
And I think there's a gallery of images you can look at.
Ooh. Wow.
I think
reorchestrated soundtrack.
Wait a minute. This game isn't even American. Tie it to America.
Well, Canada is just Canadian. North of America.
That's true. It does touch.
We're America's hat.
It touches.
Yeah, this is French Canadian. I think.
You know what? I love this game though. Back in the day,
do too.
I loved this game.
Okay, so I love this game too. I have so many fond memories of it. It came out during a time where I was just all about every fucking 3D platformer and adventure game, and to some degree I still am. And but like the GameCube and the N64, that was the beginning of these types of games. And GameCube, I mean that was second. This was like a second gen 3D adventure game, And so, and this game still has all of those elements that I loved. I mean, Matt, this is a game that tries everything. Like, there's a million mechanics in this game. You got a vehicle you're driving around. You got a camera. There's
mode.
There's puzzles everywhere. There's gears. There's devices.
Combat.
What's
Fun
the combat's kind of hacky, Zelda-y, like kind of combat. Yeah, there's combat.
Yeah, it wasn't the focus, but it was fun enough.
It's like this Orwellian kind of story where the government's doing some nasty shit and there's aliens invading, and you're like a reporter, stealth combat girl who's gonna like uncover all this, and the government's hiring you to take photos of aliens and shit. And that's a big part of the game is you have a camera and you're basically you're cataloging the world. Like every time you see a new creature or bug or something, you take a photo of it and you get money from that if it's a new one you've never found before. So it's kind of a game inside of it.
But the world itself is pretty unique, right? It's like
it is.
What would you call it? Like a post-apocalyptic animal world. Like
it's these weird, like creepy animal people. They're like furry, weird. It's like Jade is like this woman who lives in the world, and then everyone else is like some weird creature or robot.
A pig best friend.
Yeah, the pig is like your partner in this, and the pig is a big part of the gameplay where you can send him on to, like they do everything you can think of to do in a 3D adventure game. Like, oh, there's 2 switches. What do I do here? Oh, tell the pig to step on that one. I'll step on this one. Now the door opens, Like that kind of shit. They just, everything that you could think of they thought of in the beginning is in this game, which I like. But here's the thing. This was $20. The menu system is like, I don't think the effort they put in this is low. It's really fucking low. Like, the menu is from 20 years ago. The options are from 20 years. I bought it on Steam, by the way. Played it on Steam Deck and also on my PC. I heard at consoles, though, there's like performance modes and stuff like that. The PC version doesn't have that. Like, it's just like high,
probably
low.
all high.
Yes, exactly. So I'm in the highest settings.
Yeah.
So it plays really well on the Steam Deck. Fantastic on the Steam Deck. 60 frames locked in, never goes below. I did play it on my TV through the Steam Deck. Looked pretty good. I then booted the 360 HD version, which I own on the Series X, to compare it, and it looked kind of almost identical to me. But then when I got on the PC, it did look better. But the PC doesn't have ultra wide. Very basic settings, and here's the most irritating fucking thing about the Steam version, and this is why it's getting a lot of shitty reviews.
I know.
Ubisoft fucking Connect. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
French
Fuck you.
people.
Fuck you.
America.
Fuck you. Okay? Because, especially on the Steam Deck. Okay, I launched the Steam Deck. I played the game first in the Steam Deck. I launch it. This Ubisoft Connect dialog box takes over the entire Steam Deck screen. It wants me to log in. Of course, I don't know what the fucking password is. It's in my password manager. So now I'm like stuck. I gotta go get my password, type it in. It's really long. I'm using a touchscreen. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. All right, so I get in. Ubisoft does all this shit.
By the way.
What's that?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, just add like a 3 at the end.
Yeah. So I go on the Steam Deck, I get in there finally, I gotta do the Ubisoft stuff. It's some stupid overlay that's on top of the game, on top of the Steam Deck. Like, it's just an extra layer of bullshit that's not necessary, right?
What are you gaining from that?
Nothing.
Get your shit together, Ubisoft.
And then, well, here's what you're gaining,
It's just
Michelle.
once, though, right? You do it just once. Not saying it's not annoying, but you just do it once.
I just want to share my... Okay, Michelle bitched about Final Fantasy. I'm going to bitch about this, okay? Because... So, I play on Steam Deck, and then I want to continue on my PC. I then realize instantly the game doesn't have Steam Cloud Save, okay?
Is
Does
it saved
not.
through Ubisoft? Then at least that is safe.
No, but here's what you have to do, Michelle. You have to... Okay, so I come downstairs to play it, and I realize quickly it doesn't have Steam Cloud Save. And then I'm in the game in the menu, and it says upload game save or download game save. So you have to go into the game, upload your game save manually in the game menu to Ubisoft server, and then manually pull it down from another device.
This is Ubisoft's fault because they're bypassing them and wanting you to do it in their Ubisoft cloud. And it's stupid.
But it's not automatic. It's not even
about Beyond Good and Evil 2. I forgot.
What? Why?
I'm sorry. You still talking about Beyond Good and Evil?
There's no sequel, Michelle.
There's no
Whatever.
2.
We want there to be a
It's 2
sequel.
because it's the remaster.
It's not 2. There's no 2.
It's 2 now because 2 is never coming and the game is shit and nobody knows and nobody fucking cares about this game. Nobody listening has ever even fucking heard of it anymore unless they're over 40. This game fucking sucks.
All right.
Classic. It was a classic game.
Michelle,
This game is American.
Okay, you stop, okay? Because here's the fucking deal, Michelle.
I will not stop.
The
This game
first
is
half
shit.
hour I played this game, I'm like, fuck this game. I don't want to ever talk about Beyond Good and Evil again. But
You
here's
came
what
to the show
happened.
and said that.
No, but here's what happened. I kept playing it. I kept going back, and now I want to play more of it. And I actually like it. I think
Stockholm
it's
syndrome.
good.
That's what you got going on over there. Were you on your deck?
I like
beats
it.
all its
I think it's
detractors.
good. I do like it.
Despite everything.
What?
Still good. Despite everything, it's still a fun game.
Go
It's
play the
still
old
good.
game,
I
then.
like the puzzles. I like the world. It's not
We'll
too.
move on to new experiences. I'm
It's
sick
not.
of these remasters.
This is a brand new fucking Ubisoft game.
Ubisoft sucks. They're dead.
Ubisoft does suck, and they should die.
They should. The company should go away. That stupid
I
French
don't
guy
agree
who's
with
always
this, by the
eating
way. I'm looking
fucking
forward to 2 Ubisoft games. Star
donuts every
Wars
time I
and,
see him.
Assassin's Creed.
Get rid of them.
All right, here's what I can say: if you've
What?
never played Beyond Good and Evil, and you're interested
Don't.
in playing,
because it's not 1990 anymore, and there's better things to do with your time.
This game came out in 2003, so it is this decade. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Gyro says,
Not
is this
decade,
episode
century.
about 4th of July or Canada Day? Seriously, why are you bringing us these Canadian games?
What do you
All right.
mean? I bought it in
What?
America.
You said this was the most American 10-second spotlight, and I was ready to give that to you because you're like more all-American than I am, John. It's like, but
Well, this
you
is
didn't bring
American.
us
How
this.
much more American can you get than a
French Canadians?
A French Canadian girl with a camera? That's right,
not
Matt?
very American.
Yeah, that's hot.
This is not feeling very American.
we will go to take a picture.
This is the most Canadian 4th of July we've ever had.
I see a little bug. I take a picture.
You're not Japanese. That's a terrible accent.
Oh, no,
Le monstre est terrible.
all right.
Okay.
Mon ami est un pig.
Yeah. Snort.
Can I go back to talk about Rocky 4 again? I don't know what's
And
happening
by the way,
show.
Ubisoft Connect needs to fucking go away.
Yeah, go away. If you're listening, Ubisoft, go away.
Here's the worst part of all of it. the pop-up menu on that fucking Ubisoft Connect looks like it was made in like HTML from 2003. Like, it's,
that thing is garbage. Yeah,
I know.
Like, why can't they advance it? Like,
Because
why
the
does this
guy
look-
who designed that left, okay?
Why
and they're
does it
only
look
left
like
with blue
that?
hairs who don't know how to fix it because they
but
can't
why
code.
is it so
That's why.
ancient? Like,
Because
you want me to
hire some good developers. They won't. They
you
don't
want
care
me
about
to
that anymore.
log into your bullshit and fucking ecosystem or whatever the fuck is going on with this thing. Make it look like it's new. Like,
it does.
Ubisoft is
It's
dead.
jarringly old whenever they're like, "Come join Ubisoft Connect." And like, you have to navigate this web page
and then you
on
go
your
in
game
there
suddenly.
and it's like, and then you have like these rewards and shit, and it's like, then there's like separate achievements in there. Like, what is
I don't
going
want that.
on?
They pop
Yeah.
up too during the game, which is annoying.
Yeah.
If you're signed in.
All right, John, tell me about the
I
first
get it. It's
Descendant. We had a lot of people ask us about this game.
Ooh, can I
Free to
join
play?
in? I just played it.
Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
do
So
this.
So this game came out today. Really American game made by some Japanese fellas, Koreans.
0 for 3, John. 0 for
What?
3.
Yeah, this is not really. It's got guns. It's got guns.
All right, so this
It's not
game's
good.
made by some South Koreans who love McDonald's, and
Good. Of course.
yes, what? That's
McDonald's
American,
is very
Matt.
American. It's
Yeah.
like the embassy when you're in another country. You just go to
At
McDonald's.
some point during the development